everybody, it's Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm so glad that you guys could stop by because I have got another Make It in Minutes video for you. Hey, we are always short on time, it seems, and so we're always looking for those quick cards that we can make in minutes, and today's layout is fabulous. You're gonna love this using the Tutti Frutti Designer Series paper stack. I also love this one, just happens to be a one-sheet wonder. So let's get started. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the cardstock you're going to need for today's card. I'm going to begin with my Whisper White Thick Cardstock, my card base. This is cut 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2 inches. I have a piece of the Tutti Frutti Designer Series paper stack. That's cut 6 by 6. We'll talk about the cutting measurements for that here in just a minute. I have my focal image here. This is Bermuda Bay. This piece is cut 3 inches by 5 1/8, and then a Whisper White piece. This is 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. I also have some of this absolutely luscious Berry Burst crinkled ribbon, and I have about 20 inches of that. Now, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we want to do is we want to cut that Designer Series paper. So to start out, I actually need to cut my Designer Series paper down to 5 1/2 inches. So let's cut that strip. We're going to use that, so hold on to it. Let me rotate the Designer Series paper around, and we are going to cut this piece to 4 1/4 inches. And again, we'll be using both of those. I have some snail adhesive on the back of my Designer Series paper. I'm simply going to add that to the front of my card. I've now got some snail on the back of that remaining piece, that piece that we cut off, but we're gonna show the opposite side. See how bright and fun? And with this last little strip, let's come inside. I'm just going to simply place some snail here at the bottom. I can add that piece right here. There we go. And now I'm simply just going to trim that off. Our card base is done. Now let's go ahead and work on our stamping. I'm going to be using the Big on Birthday stamp set. This has always been one of my favorites. I love this giant wishing you a very happy birthday. So look at that. Oh, such a fabulous one. I'm going to bring in Bermuda Bay ink today. We're going to ink this. And guys, we want to stamp this at the bottom of that piece of cardstock. When you go to adhere that stamped image on to the Bermuda Bay cardstock, you actually want to leave a U-shaped border. So we actually do want that to come all the way up to the top. We are now ready to add this to our card. Again, I'm just going to do that with snail. There we go. Now we're going to come in with that 20 inches of that gorgeous crinkle ribbon. We're going to tie this in a bow up at the top. That's what's going to fill in that blank area there. So let me just tie this here in a quick bow. You've got plenty of extra ribbon here, so we'll trim down the tails. And now one last thing, let's go ahead and bring in the bow and the happy birthday. We're going to stamp that here on the inside of our card. And there we go. Look at that. We've got so much funness going on here. I absolutely love how this card came out. And of course, I love that I was able to make it in a matter of minutes. I hope that you guys enjoyed that one. I am loving the one sheet wonder projects right now, and I love anything that I can do with just one sheet of those Designer Series paper stacks. Now, one thing I want to point out about this card, it's all about the layout. The sentiment that you use here, goodness, I know that you guys have a lot of different sentiments that you can use. If you need to adjust the measurements on your sentiment, cut it a little smaller, make it a little bigger, whatever you need to do, it's all about the quickie layout for this one. If you'd like more information on the card I created today, head over to SimplySimpleStamping.com. Look for the April 19th, 2018 blog post. That's where I'll have the pictures of the card, I'll have the measurements so you can know how to cut that Designer Series paper, everything you need along with some photos as well if you want to see a close-up. And the best part, if you need to see the supply list, everything I used on my card is right there. If you need something, just click a pic and we'll have it shipped right to you. So be sure to check that out at SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thanks everybody for joining me. I hope that you've been enjoying the Make It in Minutes series. Be sure to tune into the next one. We'll have it up for you soon. Have a great day, my friends. Bye-bye.